Hello everyone, welcome back to Nomo Studio. So in this video, let's have an identifying sentence error drill. Okay, so now let's have number 1. Neither John nor his friends was able to finish the project on time. Is it A was, B friends, C finish, or letter D the sentence has no error? You may pause the video if you'd like to answer. And the correct answer is letter A, was. So this verb makes the sentence grammatically incorrect. According to the rule, when two subjects are joined by or, nor, either or, neither nor, the verb agrees with the nearer subject. So dito sa sentence, we have two subjects, John and friends. So ito yung nearer subject to the verb. Sabi sa rule, when two subjects, John and friends, are connected by neither nor, the verb agrees with the nearer subject. So ito yung nearer subject to the verb. Since the nearer subject is plural, so we have to use plural verb as well. So ito po ay singular verb. So dapat were instead of was. So I hope that's clear. And now we have number 2. Each of the students have completed their homework. Is it A there, B each, C have, or letter D the sentence has no error? Feel free to pause the video. And the correct answer is letter C, have. So this verb makes the sentence again grammatically incorrect. Sabi sa rule, singular indefinite pronouns kagaya ni each, either, neither, one, everyone, everybody, and so on, kailangan nila ng singular verb as well. Kasi nga mga singular indefinite pronouns yan. Kapag sila yung subject ng sentence, kailangan nila ng singular verb. So ayan, subject singular. So kailangan dapat ng singular verb. Since have is plural, so we need to use has. So I hope that's clear. So now let's proceed with number 3. If I was you, I would have accepted the job offer. Is it A, offer, B, would, C, was, or letter D the sentence has no error? Feel free to pause the video and try to answer this. So, quick review muna tayo about conditionals. Meron po tayong tatlong conditionals. But first, we have the zero conditional. Ginagamit natin ito to talk about things that are generally true, especially for laws and rules. At ang structure po niya, if or when plus present simple, at yung pangalawang statement must also be present simple. Kagaya nito, if you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. So hindi po natin pwedeng sabihin, if you heated water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boiled. Kailangan present ito, at yung pangalawang statement must also be present. Next example, if you don't water plants, they died. So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin, if you didn't water plants, they died. Last example, if you mix red and blue, you get purple. So hindi rin pwedeng sabihin, if you mixed red and blue, you got purple. So next, we have the second type of conditionals, the first conditional. Ginagamit natin ito when we talk about future situations, we believe, which is real or possible. So the structure is if or when plus present simple, at yung kanyang pangalawang statement, will plus base verb. So here are the examples. If it rains tomorrow, we will cancel the picnic. So hindi natin pwedeng sabihin, if it rains tomorrow, we will cancel the picnic. Next example, if you study hard, you will pass the exam. So hindi rin pwedeng sabihin, if you study hard, you will pass the exam. Last example, if she calls me later, I will tell her the news. So hindi pwedeng sabihin, if she calls me later, I will told her the news. So I hope that's clear. Ito yung last na type of conditionals, which is the second conditional. At ito ay ginagamit to imagine present or future situations that are impossible or unlikely in reality. So yung structure niya, if plus past simple, at yung kanyang pangalawang statement, would plus base verb. Examples, if I won the lottery, I would buy a new house. So kinakailangan, if, yung kasunod niya, past simple. If, past simple. If, past simple. At yung bawat pangalawang statements, would plus base form. Would buy, would make, would travel. So itong second conditional, ito yung applicable doon sa ating question number 3. So let's try to look at our number 3. So dito pala sa number 3, was is incorrect. This makes the sentence grammatically incorrect, no? So sabi sa rule, the second conditional is used to imagine present or future situations that are impossible or unlikely. So yung structure niya is if plus past simple at yung second statement, would plus base verb. Tandaan po natin ha, kapag yung subject is I, she, he, and it is more formal to use were instead of was. Example, if I were, if she were, if he were, if it were. So again, tandaan ang three subjects kapag conditional or hypothetical sentence, I, she, he, and it, kinakailangan gagamit tayo ng were instead of was. So it is more appropriate to say, if I were you, I would accept the job offer. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So next we have number 4. The company has made their decision to relocate the headquarters to another city. Is it A, relocate, B, has, C, there, or letter D, no error? Feel free to pause the video. And the correct answer is letter C, there. Kinakailangan gagamit tayo ng it's because the company, which is our subject, and it is a singular noun or a singular entity. So it should be referred to with a singular pronoun, it's, instead of there. Kasi itong dalawa, mga determiners yan. Si there, ginagamit lamang yan kapag yung ating noun is plural at si it's ginagamit kapag singular noun. So again, this is a singular noun which is our subject, which needs a singular determiner or singular pronoun. So I hope it makes sense again. Next, we have number 5. One of the reasons for the increase in prices are the higher costs of raw materials. A, reasons, B, are, C, increase, or letter D, the sentence has no error. The correct answer is letter B, are. So this is the error. Because the expression, one of the plus plural nouns should always have a singular verb. So one of the reasons for the increase in prices is, no? Is dapat ang gagamitin natin. So one of the na expression, kahit ano pa yan, one of the reasons, one of the cities, one of the malls, one of the countries, kailangan singular verb. Okay? So is more appropriate than are. So I hope that's clear. Next, we have number 6. The professor, along with her teaching assistants, were present at the conference to discuss the research findings. A, professor, B, were, C, assistants, or letter D, no error. So the correct answer is letter B, were. So yung subject po natin, professor, which is obviously singular. This phrase, along with her teaching assistants, ito po ay hindi part ng ating subject, but it only adds an additional information about our subject, no? So yung literal talaga na subject natin dito is only professor, which is again singular. So we need a singular verb as well. So we have to use was instead of were. So next, number 7. The survey revealed that less people were interested in the new products compared to last year. Is it A, survey, B, less, C, were, or letter D, the sentence has no error? So the correct answer is letter B, less. This makes the sentence grammatically incorrect. Kasi po si less ay ginagamit lamang natin for uncountable nouns. By the way, ano ba yung mga uncountable nouns? Yung literal na hindi talaga kayang bilangin, kagaya ng sand, water, food, rice, milk. So we can't literally count them. So diyan gagamit tayo ng less. Pero si people, yan po ay countable noun. So we have to use fewer instead of less. So ano ba yung halimbawa ng mga countable nouns? Literal, yung kayang bilangin, like people, houses, apples, mangoes. So like that, dyan pa lang gagamit tayo ng fewer. Again, fewer gagamitin kapag countable nouns. Less ang gagamitin kapag non-countable nouns. So I hope that makes sense. Next, we have number 8. The results of the experiment, which were conducted over 6 months, indicates a strong correlation between the two variables. Is it A, the results, B, were conducted, C, indicates, or letter D, the sentence has no error? So the correct answer is letter C, indicates. Yung subject natin is plural, which is results. Now, tandaan yung of the experiment, this is only an additional information, no? This is a prepositional phrase that gives an additional information about our subject, which is plural, results. So it needs a plural verb as well. Now, let's recall. Singular verbs, yun yung may S or ES, like indicates, walks, talks, washes. So ito pala, singular verb ito. Pero, plural noun. So kailangan natin ng plural verb. So ano ba yung mga plural verbs? Yung naka-base form lang. Walang S, walang ES. Kagaya ng indicate, walk, talk, wash. So again, pag singular verbs may S or ES. Pag plural verbs, yung base form or yung original form of the verb. Yung walang S, ES. So ang kailangan natin dito, indicate instead of indicates. So we have our last number. The number of people attending the conference are expected to exceed last year's figures. A, the number, B, people, C, are, or letter D, the sentence has no error. And the correct answer is letter C, are. Now let's recall that the expression, the number of, should always be followed by a singular verb, while a number of should always take a plural verb. Dito sa ating sentence, we have the number of people. So the number of, kailangan meron siyang singular verb. Pero ito po ay plural verb. So we have to use is instead of are. So I hope that makes sense. And that's all for this video, and I hope you've learned something new today. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to your friends. Hope to see you next time. Bye for now.